We'll do a song then about revolution. Song of what's been true of all revolutions from the beginning, the French, the American. This is a fictional song, a cinematic song. You've got a picture, this mansion on the top of a hill housing the last of the idle rich, the last of the bourgeois, the last of the folk singers, as they're being encircled tighter and tighter by the ringing of revolution.
Hi there and happy Sunday. It is Sunday the 19th of October in the year 2025. And yesterday, all across our nation, people were out demonstrating, protesting, marching, chanting, "No more kings." And that seems kind of weird because we've never had kings here in the USA, have we? But as the income gap and the wealth gap continues to grow and fewer wealthy people control almost all of the nation's wealth and the rest of us become subservient to them, it becomes a real problem. So it reminded me of this Phil Oakes song called "The Ringing of Revolution." So I put this little thing together and I hope you enjoy it. And if you get a spare moment and you are one of the people that has some money, help somebody out who has less than you. You might even feel good about it.
In a building of gold with riches untold lived the families on which a country was founded. And the merchants of style with their red velvet smiles were there, but they also were hounded. And the soft middle class crowded into the last, for the building was fully surrounded. And the noise outside was the ringing of revolution. Sadly they stared and sank in their chairs and searched for a comforting notion. And the rich silver walls looked ready to fall as they shook in doubtful devotion. And the ice cubes would clink as they freshened their drinks, wet their minds in bitter emotion. And they talked about the ringing of revolution. We were hardly aware of the hardships they bared, for our time was taken with treasure. Oh, life was a game and work was a shame, and pain was prevented by pleasure. And the world cold and grey was so far away, in distance only money could measure. But their thoughts were broken by the ringing of revolution. The clouds filled the room in darkening doom as the crooked smoke rings were rising. How long will it take? How can we escape? Someone asks, but no one's advising. And the quivering floor responds to the roar in a shake no longer surprising. As closer and closer comes the ringing of revolution. Softly they moan, "Please leave us alone," as back and forth they are pacing. And they cover their ears and try not to hear, with pillows of silk they're embracing. And the crackling crowd is laughing out loud, peeking in at the target they're chasing. Now trembling inside of the ringing of revolution. With compromise sway, we gave in halfway when we saw that rebellion was growing. Now everything's lost as they kneel by the cross, where the blood of their Christ is still flowing. Too late for their sorrow, they've reached their tomorrow and reaped the seeds they were sowing. Now harvested by the ringing of revolution. In tattered tuxedos they faced the new heroes and crawled about in confusion. They sheepishly grinned, for their memories eyes were dim of the decades of dark execution. With hollow hands raised, they stood there amazed in the shattering of their illusions. And the windows were smashed by the ringing of revolution. Oh, down on our knees, we're begging you please. We're sorry for the way you were driven. There's no need to taunt, just take what you want, and we'll make amends if we're living. But away from the grounds, the flames told the town that only the dead are forgiven, as they crumbled inside of the ringing of revolution.